tabira, talo tabira, oh rabahasata, inugogo alangaralai. We say talo tabira, I'll sing it again. Talo tabira, oh rabahasata, talo tabira. We say, Talo Tabire, Talo Tabi, Alabombi, Alabahasa, Talo Tabi, Alabombi, hey, Talo Tabi, hey, somebody writes it. We say, Agbára níbi tí Jésù gbé jọba, agbára rẹ̀ ṣòdà. We say, agbára kánsà dà níbi tí Jésù gbé jọba, agbára rẹ̀ ṣòdà. Agbára fibroida níbi tí Jésù gbé jọba, agbára rẹ̀ ṣòdà. Agbára barrenness níbi tí Jésù gbé jọba, agbára rẹ̀ ṣòdà. Kò sí I can't hear you. We say, Emi your mom Jesu oyibo, Emi your mom Jesu age, Emi your mom Jesu age kulo, Jesu ti o mo. Somebody scream! Emi your mom Jesu oyibo, Emi your mom Jesu age, Emi your mom Jesu age kulo, hey, Jesu ti o mo. Amata ayeraye, amata ayeraye, amata ayeraye. Break is higher than any disease. Just speak in tongues if you know how to speak in tongues. Salabando koba shata baba keseboska retebogobos rema baba shata bagozo tokoya ha 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 rotobobobo shata bahaya. Get ready to be blessed. Your name is glory, all sing praise. In him we are saved. The name of Jesus, higher than all Yeah. In your name we overcome. In his name there's victory. His name is powerful. The name of Jesus. Higher than other names. King of all kings. No other name like him. The name of Jesus. Alpha and Omega. You're the one name. Lift your hand. Tell the name of Jesus. King of all kings. No other name. The name of Jesus. Alpha and Omega. Alpha and Omega. Come on. Hey, hey, come on. Hey. Every other God, you're better than dead. Jesus died and rose again. Lift your hands, let's listen. We're lifted higher. In your name, every knee shall bow. In your name, then I say, oh, we call upon the name. Call his name. Jesus. Call that name. Jesus. Call that name. Jesus. Whoa. Lift up your voice. Call that name. Jesus. Mighty God. Jesus. Marvelous. Jesus. Whoa. Jesus. Whatever it is, however it is. That name is a miracle. That name is salvation, deliverance, healing. Lift up your hands to Jesus. The blind man see in his name. Cancer is gone in his name. The growth disappears in his name. Oh, hey, hey. Call that name. Jesus. What's his name? Jesus. You gotta call that name. Over your family, over your children. Call that name. Mighty name. Call that name. Over your house, call that name. Over your home, call that name. Over your body, call that name. Whoa. Whatever situation. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Of Jesus.
Hello, welcome to another edition of Footstep Show. My name is Daniel Obri, and I'd love to be called Danny. On behalf of the the team would like to say thank you for joining us for another show today. It is our pleasure this moment to educate you, to inspire you, and also to motivate you this afternoon. Today, our topic for discussion is falling in love. Have you ever fallen in love before? Or have you ever heard about love at first sight? Have you ever at one point in time felt broken-hearted, cheated on, or taken for granted? Well, all you have to do this afternoon is that you share your thoughts with us on our social media platform. We are also live on Facebook and YouTube. And you can drop in your comment over there and we'll share it with the whole world. But first, we'll be right back with our motivational quote for the day.
Hello, once again, welcome back. I'm going to share the quote of the day, which is love doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be true. I repeat, love doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be true. What it means is that when you're falling in love with someone, there will always be some ups and downs, and that's how you grow to learn to love the person for who they are. And always remember that it's not perfect, right? Because there's always keys missing around. So you get to learn about the person, you get to know like their pet peeves and everything else that makes love beautiful. So this is my quote for today. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the show.
Well, welcome back from the motivational quote. If you are just joining us, today we are discussing falling in love. And my guest today is Mrs. Gertrude Appiah, who will help us to discuss this topic. Welcome, Osofo Mami. Welcome.
Thank you, Danny.
Good afternoon. Yeah, I think since it's the first time on this show, and we want people to know who Osofo Mami Appiah is. So if you can tell us a few things about you.
Okay, thank you. As you said, I'm Gertrude Appiah, married to Reverend Albert Kwame Appiah, a Methodist minister and a professional teacher. I love kids, youth, young adults, and so simple. That is who I am.
Wow. All right. I think that is the shortest introduction I've had this, on this show. We'll first we'll look at. So, what is love? What is love?
Thank you. And I say hi to all your listeners and everyone watching. Love, I say, is an action word. It's a verb. So you always have to act it. You have to show it. Love is having a deep affection for someone irrespective of his body makeup, background, or behavior. I really like the quote of the day. Seriously, I'm in love with the quote of the day. Sissy, thank you so much for that. It is better to discuss love in comparison with infatuation. There is a very big difference between infatuation and being in love. Infatuation is when you first see someone that you are attracted to and immediately feels there is a connection based on that. Whereas love is knowing the good and bad, as she said, the good and bad of someone, and still loving them as they are. I'm really grateful that this is a Christian platform. We can't talk about love without quoting any word apart from John 3:16. I would like us to look at 1 Corinthians chapter 13, 4 through to 7. It says, love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful. It is not arrogant or rude. Love does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrong, but rejoices in all the right. Love bears all things, believes all things. If it hadn't not been time, and we're taking our time to take it one after the other, seeing what love is and what love is not, we will really know that we would have peace in our relationship, be it friendship, courtship, marriage, or what have you. Because you can't tell me that you love me, and then anytime you are around, you are boasting of the things you have, the cars and the schools and stuff like that. That's not okay. You can't tell me that you love me and then you are rude to me. No, it doesn't make sense. We all have a life to live as individuals. So you can't just ask me to be a partner or join you in a love journey and then you insist on your own, not thinking about what I would want. Imagine you saying we're going to eat jollof rice tonight, and then I tell you, I'm not a fan of rice, and then you say that is what I say. We're eating rice and period. That is not love. It means you're not thinking about me. So, in short, that is what I would say about love. It's an action word, and please act it. It should be seen. Thank you.
Thank you, Osofumami. So then, what will you say that? How does it feel, or what does it feel, or what does it take for one to really fall in love? And how does the person feel? How does it feels like?
Danny, let's take it one after the other. What did you say at first?
All right. So I wanted to really say that what does it take to fall in love? Then we'll look at how does it feels like.
Okay. So let me start with what it takes to fall in love. To fall in love involves a lot. I must be frank with you. And even the term falling in love is metaphorical. Like the physical act of falling, it is sudden, uncontrollable, and leaves the lover in a vulnerable state. Just like falling ill or falling into a trap. I would rather want to say, and this is what I tell my young adults and my youth, that walk in love. Falling is falling, whether backwards, lying down straight on your left or right. Just imagining you falling. Sometimes when you are even about to fall and you don't fall, look at how your heart beats, how you panic, right?
Yeah.
It takes all your senses and your parts. Even when someone helps you and you stand on your feet and you are not down on the floor, you are so grateful to the person. Why am I saying let's walk in love? I quite remember when we were teenagers, my dad would say that when you are walking as a lady, you don't have to be looking back. Let's say when you see someone in a nice clothes, maybe they've written something in the dress, the footstep show, and you want to read. Read before the person bypass you. It's okay to look back once in a while, but it's not okay to just be walking and looking back. This is deep, but I just want to make it simple. When you are walking, let's say I'm here, this is 93 Hanson Road North. I want to go to Kennedy and I step out of the house. My direction should go towards Kennedy, which means I'll be turning on my right. But the moment I turn on my left, it means I'm going to Queen Street. I'm not focused. So, Danny, if you are falling in love, let's just imagine it's so sudden and we don't plan. I know what it means, but let's take it this way too. When you're walking in love, you see everything. You are focused and you know where you're heading towards. It's not hit and run. It's not help me to finish my course. It's not a fiakoko, as some people will say. They go and then they don't get anyone to like cool their tempers and then they come and you are always home for them. No, that is not it. So we need to walk in love, not fall in love. It is a multi-dimensional action. It involves all our human senses. All our human senses. And there are emotional and psychological parts of this love we're talking about. So the second one.
How does it feel to fall in love?
This is how I know, to the best of my knowledge, feels to fall in love. As I already said, it involves all our human senses. The sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch. So if you get positive action or positive reaction to all these senses, you feel good. And when you're making any decision and you are feeling good, it's okay. Right? But when you're making any decision and your senses is giving you negative feelings, make a decision. So with the sight, how do you see him or her? How do you see him? Use your eyes. God has given us eyes to see. Look as far as you can and as near or close as you can. How is he introducing you? Is he hiding you? Or is he introducing you? This is how it feels. Why don't you want to take me to your parents? It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel okay. So when you take me to your parents, I will feel good, right? And I will have the energy to tell my friends that, you know what, Danny took me to his parents and oh, go girl, go girl, go girl. And then my ladies would give me the fans. But wait, next week, and then it never happens. Use your eyes. As we normally say, shine your eyes. That is for the sight. What are you hearing? We may hear good things and bad things about the person. What is Danny hearing about Getty? Oh, you don't know this lady? Oh, she's a cheap girl. Listen to that. Investigate into it. What have I told you about myself? It wasn't once upon a time Danny youth president. No, everyone has a past. Take what I told you. So when the person comes and tells you that, oh, you don't know this lady, she's a cheap lady. Oh yeah, she's changed. She's now a Christian. And she's the one I want. It's no news. Take note of what you hear. Use your ears well. This reminds me when we are with the kids and they are not listening, we go like, put your listening ears on. And this small boy of mine, Teddy will just turn it off. He would rather turn it off for you. But I want to tell my friends out there that put your listening ears on. Know what you are listening to. And then just sort the things out of it. If you ask your friend and he or she tells you the truth in it, thanks be to God. Either than that, make a decision. Make a decision. What is the person telling you? I'm in a relationship with Danny. Danny is always making references to my past, my mistakes. You are always giving me negative things. It breaks me. That's not okay. That is how it feels. I'm not feeling okay. So you think I'm going to go on this journey with you? No, thank you. But even if I'm not doing well and you say, oh, you know what? You're doing great. This is awesome. I'll even try and do more than that. That is with the hearing. So let's use our listening skills well. Someone will say, oh, what about the taste? How do you taste your friend? So with the taste, this is what I'm saying. Everyone has a standard. I want a six-pack young man. I want someone with hair on his chest so that I can look for lies when we are relaxing, or I can even count the hair. Right? What is your taste? If you get your standard, your level, it's not bad to say that this is the type of lady I want. This is the type of man I want. Get your taste. If you are with your taste, you feel good. That is how it feels. Smell. What are you smelling? Some people are smelling rats, danger. But for the sake of age catching up with them, they're still maintaining the relationship. Personally, this is what I say. Age is just a number. And I'm so happy. Anytime I go for checkup, my doctor will say, you don't look your age. Thanks be to God. Some people are looking older than they are. All because they are not feeling good. Life is too short. You have to smell good. And this is what I'm saying. Some people, when you go to their rooms, there is this new scent. Help your partner to smell good. That is also another part of it. Right? Else, in future,
Wow.
when you guys go on a sleepover, you are going to be embarrassed. Let your partner smell good. And this is what I'm ending with. The touch. Touch your partner. Know when and where to touch. There are some people, anytime you touch them, they are on heat. Excuse me, young man. Excuse me, young woman. That is not okay. Don't always be on heat when you are touched. And when you are in a relationship, you know where to touch at what time. If we don't practice it now, when we grow and we marry, we can't be touching ourselves. There are certain parts of the body that you need to wait till you are married until you can touch those parts. So with the touching, we can hold hands. I'm not here to tell you A, B, C, D, but just know what the word of God says and do the right thing. When you feel good, nothing will stop you from loving. Right? So that is how it feels.
Yeah, I like the part that you said that learn to know where to really touch.
Okay.
And if you know that your partner will feel good. Then we want to also look at it. Haven't we know something about how to really fall in love? What love is? What is even love at first sight? What is love at first sight? Because I hear people always saying that people who do not really believe in love at first sight, seeing someone for the very first time and feeling something. Is it true or it's not true?
That is their opinion. So this is love at first sight. It refers to the difference between love and infatuation. Love at first sight without any objective or aim is lust. Normally we do ask young couples when they are coming for counseling, this is what we ask them. Do you love him or her, or you like him? Open and I would done. You may think, are they not the same? No. If I like you because of how you look, and tomorrow you are not looking the same way, am I going to love you? No. But if I'm loving you, as I said earlier, irrespective of your body make, your makeup, your color, whatever, that is why you see someone marrying, excuse my language, someone who is maybe a disabled or something of that sort, right? It doesn't go near it. So with love at first sight, I already said there's the difference between love and then infatuation, and you realize that something physical attracts. We can't deny that. If nothing attracted you, you wouldn't have gone closer to the person. Either the appearance, sometimes even someone's voice, the skill, work, lineage, institution, what have you. With time, it deepens and gradually develops to the perfect level it is, if only it is grounded on good tenets of relationship and on Christ. So I normally say that if you guys are communicating well, you know how to do your stuff, you are respecting each other, even though it is love at first sight, you still have something to count on. So I demonstrated with a bottle, right? So I saw something in you small and it attracted me to you, and then gradually the love develops and grows to become big. But it shouldn't be a bottle turned over. That is lust. The moment I see you, I so yearn for you. So this is the bigger part. And then when I come closer and maybe getting to know you more, I will know that, oh, it's not what I was thinking. The love will diminish and then gradually die off. So if you see someone and the person attracts to you, it is left to you to, at least based on your Christian values, know how to go about it. If you don't have any aim, it's going to end up in lust. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think we are blessed this afternoon, and we've really learned a lot this afternoon. Well, viewers, if you are still joining us, you can share your thoughts and your comments at the Footstep Show on Facebook and YouTube. We'll be right back after this. Well, welcome back. If you have just joined us, you are watching the Footstep Show. Earlier on, we were talking about love at first sight, or falling in love. Our topic for today was falling in love. And our guest today is Mrs. Gertrude Appiah. And we've really discussed some few topics. But you can also share your thoughts with us, whether you believe in love at first sight or whether you are in love with someone. Anything that you want to share with us, just go to Facebook or YouTube and drop your comment there, and your comments will be addressed over there. Well, we'd like to really thank all those on Facebook who are just watching us. Gifty Abuajiwa, we thank you for your word. Your comment that you drop over there, we do appreciate you. Natalie, who is on, we do thank you for your thoughts. And God bless you. You are saying that God bless you, Grandma, for the good show that we are doing. So please keep on bringing your thoughts and your questions, and we will address it. We will ask it for you, and you will get answers for it. So, also, Mami, I think we've really said a lot. But the next question is that, how will I know that this person is a right person? Maybe how will I know I'm in love with this person and this person? What are some of the signs that I will know that he or she is a right person for me?
Thank you very much. Danny, these things I'm coming to say, they are so obvious. It happens when it becomes extremely difficult to offend the person. You find it very difficult to offend the person, to disrespect, to disagree or ignore him or her. Your love cannot be calling you and then you just watch the phone and then turn your... No, it's not common. If you are really in love with the right person, you find it very difficult to, let's say, not forgiving the person, right? It's so easy and simple for you to just accept any answer he or she gives you. You get worried when he or she is hurt, injured, or in trouble. When you offend the person and the person tells you that, you know what, Danny, I'm not happy. The way you spoke to me, I'm not happy about it. If you really love me, that is why sometimes some of us don't get it. It's okay, fine. What the person did is not good. But this person is saying that, you know what, I'm really sorry. Just give him the benefit of the doubt. You will say, oh, you don't know how he hurts me. That's why you're saying that. If you really love the person, you just remember some of the happy moments and then, you know what, Christ has forgiven me, so I will just let it go. It's so easy to do that. You would want to do everything for him or her to get out of any messy situation. You see, let me tell you this. You know why some people, especially, I'm sorry to use this example, but that is the only example that comes to mind.
No, it's okay.
When trained teachers are being sent to villages and they meet those young ladies, school dropouts, and then they fall in love with them. Hey, teacher says he loves me. Who am I? Who art thou? They fall in love. They sell all the kinky they can. They do all the hard work they can to help this young man to go to the university. Now, when this young man comes back, and then he wants someone to be in equal education level with It's not okay, right? So when people are doing that, helping
Yes.
people to travel, helping people to find work, Danny, it's not that they don't know the system. It's because they are in love, right? And it's not their
Yeah.
fault. Having said that, I have to also say that no Christian lover will not want to compromise his Christian principle to, let's say, for the sake of love, so, oh, come and go. The person will always look at his or her Christian principle. What is the Holy Spirit telling me? What am I discerning? Am I being fooled here? Or am being walk on the right path? So these are some of the things that will make you know that you are in love with the right person. You do anything, everything. You go up and down to do everything for the person. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think you've really said so much about knowing the right person. So even as we have known the right person, does love and affection plays in our love? What role does love and affection plays in our love? Are we loving someone based on the love or the feelings that we have, or maybe the outward look, the affection thing that we see? And do we have to also love someone with our mind or with our hearts?
I'll start from what you just said before I forget. Love with all your senses. I'm telling you, if you are not feeling good, make your decision. The mind and the heart work together. So you can't tell me you have me. As I said, if I'm in love with you, you know why people will say, oh, you know what, I couldn't sleep all night, I was thinking of you. Because they love you and they are falling in love with the person. And if you are in love with the right person, you always thinking about the person and no one else. So love with both your mind and your heart. So love and affection really have a role to play. Being in love boosts your ego. It makes you know and feels that I also have something in me that attracts someone. Right? It's not easy. And I don't want some people to feel sad or to feel bad. And I want people listening to know that Christ loves you. God loves you and He sent His Son to come and die for you. Know that's number one. Number two, love yourself. And then, if by God's grace, someone approaches you that I love you, it builds a kind of confidence in you that there is something special and attractive to someone. It makes you appreciate the love of God. You might not be too beautiful or handsome like other people you see around, but you are attracted to someone to share his life or her life around you. It's not everyone that would want to spend the rest of his life with somebody. So when we read John's Gospel chapter 3 verse 16, God loved us so much that His only Son, He gave Him away for us. Love in addiction creates a sense of responsibility towards someone. So if I have affection for you, comes back to 1 Corinthians chapter 13, 4 through 7. If I have affection for you, Danny, and I don't show any kindness, I'm not respecting you, I'm being rude, I want to have my own way, I'm rejoicing over you when you are in trouble, you think I have any affection for you? No, it's not true. That is where your mind will tell you to act fast, be quick, and know that this is not what is right. That is not right. It drives you to commit yourself to helping someone who might not necessarily be a blood relation. We know we have affections for our siblings and parents and stuff like that, but when it comes to a lover, that is matters of the heart, right? Matters of the heart. When I wake up in the morning, let's say I'm in US and my husband is in Canada, my parents are in Ghana, my siblings are, and you ask me at random, when you wake up in the morning after your devotion, whom are you going to call first? Maybe you will be disappointed, but maybe you would also like it. I would call my husband first to check on him and then see how my family is doing back home, right? So that is how it works. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Osofo Mame. I think you've really touched on that. But what should be an advice for any young person who want to really end up in a relationship? Because I'm saying this because the oftentimes a lot of people are going to falling in love with people and then it end up a different thing altogether. What should be an advice to every young person listening to us, and what must they do in case of this in the relationship that they are in? What must they do?
The message is simple. I don't want anyone from henceforth to fall in love. Walk in love. You go to the person anytime he sees you, the person frowns and you are always going to the person. He's receiving calls and you are around and he's going behind the house or going into the washroom to take calls and you think it's okay. It's not okay. Anyone who accepts you just as you are, appreciate that person. And this should also be a lesson to us. There are some people, others will just give all they can and all they have just to love them, and they don't appreciate it. And they go and fall in wrong hands. With that, you will really know the difference. When you walk in love and you see certain things that are not making you feel good, make a decision. As a Christian young person, apart from prayer, you have to get people who are older than you, whom you can also seek advice for. Brethren, young men, young women out there, all this fancy, the movies you see and stuff like that, it's not what you're thinking. When you get into a relationship and it ends you into marriage, you will know it's not what you're thinking. It's a different thing altogether. Seriously. I always tell people that marriage is a ministry. You have to work at it. Come in with good intentions. What sometimes too bothers me is that some young men and women will go like, I want a God-fearing person. I want someone who is respectful, who can cook, who can do this, who is hardworking. What about you? Are you a God-fearing young man? Are you a God-fearing young woman? You just want to be there and you want someone to just get all those values and then come and get married to you. That's not okay. So help yourself, build yourself up. Whatever you're looking out for in someone, get it before you look it out from the person. And I also want to say that there are so many ways of testing if the other person loves you or not. There is also a very important, that is also a very important thing. or she concerns us in times of distress or difficult is very crucial. You are sick. Fine. Uncle Koro says no one should go to anyone's house. We are home. Can't you make a call and check on the person? Can't you make a video call and you say you love me and I've been sick for, let's say, 2 weeks and you've not called? It's not okay. We've been in a relationship for the past year, the whole of 2000. A lot of things came. My birthday came, fine. Maybe you didn't keep notice of it. It passed. Vows Day came. Didn't you hear about that too? Didn't you see people wearing red? Christmas too came. And a lot of occasions. Love, you have to be kind. I'm always giving you and you are always receiving. Come on. We don't love that way. I'm sometimes so much surprised when I hear stuff like that. You people are young. Anyway, I'm not old. But you young ones should make relationship and stuff like those. Let it be romantic. Keep the birthday of your friend. Right? If you are not caring and you tell me you love me, you keep giving excuses. Danny, I will advise myself seriously. Because if you keep saying, oh, it will be okay when it's not going to get any okay. And it's not going to get better. If the person is not, let's say, sacrificing certain things just to get you as a husband or as a wife, and you think after marriage is going to change, ask those who are married and they will tell you. It is because of you that he's not buying the watch at Nima anymore. Because you are nagging. that watch, you don't like it. When you get married, he or she is going to buy his or her watch. I'm telling you. So whatever you don't like, let the person know. If the person wants to go with you, you're spending the rest of our lives together. It's not like we're going halfway as nowadays people are just divorcing here and there. No, that is not how God taught us to love. If we love to the end. Right? And I also want to say that, what about people falling in love because they see them handsome? They have, oh, Danny is so handsome. Anyway, he's my brother, he's so handsome. Is your brother handsome like my brother? Come and tell me. So some people are attracted that way. He's well educated. The schools the person went to. Oh, this lady is so beautiful. He's a winner. He's popular. All these things count. That is why people want to make money, come what may. But that is not love. What about the simple guy, the unemployed, the shabbily dressed? You to dress well. Sometimes, you know what? Some people, when even they are going to propose, they put on certain colors that are not attractive. And they don't look appetizing. Let me put it that way. Because if you come in to propose and tell it, what's this? Look attractive small. Go cut your hair and cut your fingernails, block colors, and do what you can so that the person too will accept you. But don't just go as simple and shabbily dressed. That will not also be nice. It doesn't also mean you should not have a preference or lower the standard. Keep Christ in view. Don't be driven by your emotions or sex drive. Learn from each other. Learn from each other. Thank you, Danny.
Yes, I have some few questions over here. One person is also saying that he is in a relationship and he's in love with a colleague at work, and he sometimes feels so jealous when the person is talking to someone and he wants some advice. And the other question is also that how do you hear God's voice in choosing a right person?
Then in what did 1 Corinthians 13, 4-7 say? Love is not jealous. Is the person cheating on you? After work, the person is going to come to you. Tell that spirit of jealousy to leave you. Because if the person sees that you don't want, you can't have the person alone all by yourself. It's not, no. Sometimes I called you and your wife is at work. Sometimes I call and you both are there. I can't have my brother all to myself. No, I can't be that selfish. So please, tell that spirit of jealousy to leave you as early as possible. And the other one says, how can you what?
God's voice in choosing a right person.
All right. So this is what I normally say. When Abraham sent his servants to go and look for a wife for Isaac, what did he do? He prayed. In as much as you are praying, you are watching. So don't just close your eyes and be praying. Watch and pray. What did you tell God that you want? Right? God, I want that is what I just said. You want a God-fearing. I don't know who is asking the question, whether a male or a female, but let's say it's a male because they.
Oh,
it's a female.
It's a guy.
It's of course.
No, a guy.
Okay, so so Uncle Guy, you know what? You've told God you want a Christian young woman, and this time, not even this, I've been telling myself and I've been telling my youth, don't go to the church to look for wives and husbands. The devil has also sent people there. What did you tell God that you want? Look out for those things. It was between you and your God. Father, I want someone who is this and that and that. As you pray. And one thing that I don't like about young men who are so criffy, they don't make friends. I tell my youth guys, make friends. Make friends in primary school. Make friends in high school, JHS. Make friends in secondary school, college, university, so that as we go on, then now that you want someone, you call. Oh, Getty was my friend, and in fact, let me see. Hi, how are you doing? Good. And how is my brother-in-law? Go straight to the point. Oh, you don't have any brother-in-law? Oh, really? You see that you have a chance there. But I know some people will just grow, like you are grown up and you're looking for someone. So you just tell the person, you know what? I want us to steady ourselves, and then if it's the will of God, we end up being married. You know, people will pretend. Start with friendship and look out for those things that you want. So if the person is the rightful person, as you pray, you feel some sort of peace within you. Anytime you are closer to the person, you are so happy. You feel, you even think, oh, I'm the only one in the world. You are okay. But when you are closer to the person, about 80% of your conversation is give and take. And you think God is telling you to go ahead. Right? Some people don't even have the discernment to discern that this is what God is telling me. But just look at it in this way, that anytime we meet, about more than 60% of our conversation is give and take. It's not okay. Danny, I must tell you, this is not going to be a good marriage. Yeah. Look at those people, what they were quarreling about. When they enter into marriage, it will continue. But when we are so happy, we can just crack jokes. Oh, Charlie, oh, bring it. Oh, let's eat. We eating together. We just making friends, and like everyone is our friend. We making parties together. No jealousy, nothing of that sort. We are good. right? I'm not coming to tell you that maybe God will come and say, Danny, Danny, Danny. Then you say, yes, Lord, speak thy servant. No, you have to discern and look at what is around, and then you make a decision because you've prayed.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome.
Before we bring our show to a close, let me quickly check if there are some kind of if there are some few questions posted. All right. So I think those were some few questions that we got, and I think the person is okay with the answer that you gave. But before we leave, the final message to every young person who want to really fall in love, who want to be in a relationship, what is your advice to every young person listening to us this afternoon, this evening, this morning, wherever you might find yourself?
So this time we bless God for whoever is listening. My final word is walk in love. Don't be ignorant of what is going on. Use all your senses as God has gratefully granted you. Watch, listening, use your listening skills and put on your listening ears. I'm not asking you to go and hunt for false information. No. Look as far as you can and as near as you can. Smell good. If you are not smelling any danger, you are good. But if you are smelling any danger or you're smelling right, advise yourself and make a decision. I would really appreciate it if the youth of today will not just fall in love, but walk in love. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Osofumami Apia, for blessing us this afternoon. We are so grateful to have you on this show, and we hope to see you some another time on this show. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and God richly bless you for joining us on
Thank you so much.
We are so grateful. We are so grateful
I'm humble
to you this afternoon. Thank you. So before we leave the show today, we want to, on the 8th of May, something is really happening in Montreal over here, and Cecilia will join me to throw a few highlights on it. We all know on the 8th of May is Cecilia's birthday, and as part of her celebrating her birthday, she's doing something so special for our homeless people. So Ceci, I don't want to say the story for you, but I want you to come and share the story with everyone who is listening to this show.
Yes, so my birthday is next week, Saturday, God willing. And I decided to collaborate with my friend's foundation, which is called Black Star Care Foundation. And they deal with helping the homeless community, and I decided to do that because COVID has been hard on some people, especially the homeless community, and they don't get to have a lot of stuff, they didn't get a lot of help. So we'll be giving out some few stuff. So if you like to it's a way for me to appreciate God's thankfulness and how far he has brought me. So decided to, instead of spending money on buying stuff, I decided to spend money on the homeless community on that day with the help of my friends. And I would like to thank some people who are contributing towards this event, such as Auntie Linda, Sister Sarah, Auntie Alberta, my own family, and my cousins.@Thank you so much for supporting my cause. And if you would like to support me in any way, you can send me an email at ceemtn@gmail.com. So we'll be posting it on the group page very shortly. So that's all I have about.
But Sissy, before you go, have you fallen in love before? And how did it feel?
Did I fall in love before? Yes, but it's like Osopami said, you have to walk in love, because with the quote I shared is that it's not about being really in love, it's to get to know the person. There will be a section that you fall in love, but as the love grows, you won't fall in love again. You start walking in love. So that's what I can say.
For what you are doing for the community. So just as she said, on the 8th of May 2001, between 2 and 3 o'clock, we will be on the streets to donate to the homeless people. If it touched you that you want to really support this campaign, please email us. You can drop your comment or anything that you want to really donate. Just let us know and we'll come and pick it up and we'll take it to this homeless, to the homeless people. You know what? As we show kindness to these people, that is how God is also going to bless you. It is a time for us to also give. You know, with this virus, we have all been in so many ups and downs, and it is good to donate. It is good to really show how someone should really appreciate you in your life. So all soon, this is where God will permit us to really bring you this show. And I believe that you and I have learned a lot today. I don't know what you have learned, but I have learned a lot this afternoon, this evening. One thing that I've learned this afternoon is to walk in love. So whatever relationship that you are in, it is not too late to begin to really walk in love. Walk in love. And as you do that, you will find the right person that you desire in your life. But always remember, in everything, put God first. Have a good evening. Don't forget that on the 9th of May, we are also going to have a special edition of the Footstep Show. We will be talking, we'll be celebrating mothers. You know, this month of May, it is Mother's Day. Mothers mean not necessarily meaning your birth mom, but anyone that is a mom to you. You know, just take a moment and then share some thought with us. Our question is that what is your childhood memory with your mom? You can drop us your views and your comment. And if you want to also wish your mom a happy Mother's Day between 2 and 3:30 on the 9th of May, we'll be having the show. You can send us your video. Just drop us your video and anything that you want us to really tell your mom, we'll do just that for you on that day. So until then, on behalf of the team, we'd like to say good evening, good afternoon, have a great evening. See you on Saturday and Sunday. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Rema baba shata bagozo tokoya. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Get ready to be blessed.